Welcome everyone to another pick a card reading. Today we're finding out what you can expect during the month of April 2026. So all you have to do is choose one of these three options. You can choose more than one if your eyes are gravitated to them. And remember to choose the initial option, like what caught your eye first. If you are looking, if you were selected one but then you looked at another and then you can't choose between the two, it's possible that both are your piles, because there may be aspects in each group or in two of the groups that speak to you. If you're having a hard time choosing, you can close your eyes, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what can I expect in April of 2026? Feel the words, the weight of them, and then take another deep breath. And when you open your eyes, whichever group you looked at first, that will be your pile. Okay, again, if you can't choose, then watch more than one. So the timestamps are in the description box below. Just click on the time of the group that you have selected and it will take you to your reading. Remember that I also do personal readings if you're interested in messages that are catered to you specifically. All the links also are down below. So I will see you in your reading. Welcome, Group 1. So what can you expect in April? Respect your physical body. Detox, rejuvenate, relax. So what you can expect is a shift in how you treat your body. Maybe you've been inspired lately to start eating healthier, or to start exercising, or even because of the image with a cabin in the woods, right, during winter weather. What do you do for winter? You hibernate, right? You get cozy. So it's possible that during April, or April rather, is going to be a time where you aren't rushing, but are more stable and grounded and starting to take a slower pace in some aspect of your life. Maybe you're more kinder to yourself and you aren't giving so much of yourself to others, but you sort of pulled back and created some sort of boundaries. So there's going to be like a slowdown, but it's not going to hold you back. It's going to help you like become more stable, and your mental space is going to be, it's going to be like in a better space because of this. I feel like some of you may have been rushing all the time. It's like work, home, family, kids, whatever it is, right? You keep rushing constantly, but it's like April is going to sort of slow things down a bit and give you like maybe peace of mind, or give you more stability within yourself to feel better and do better by you. You have the seer, future prospects, decisions to make, seeking guidance. Okay, so April is bringing about some sort of change in maybe how you structure your life. Even maybe with respect to your physical body, you're going to see a change in yourself where you feel like, okay, I can't live like this anymore. Something has to change. And you're taking the appropriate steps in order to change what needs to be changed. Right? Maybe creating a better schedule for yourself, or adding in exercise or a diet plan or something. But with the seer card, it's like you're going to get some sort of insight that will help you with this change. Fairy energy, growth, expansion, flowering. it really feels like someone that is sort of like fed up with how things have been, even maybe how things have always been within their life. And now you're taking the appropriate steps to create that change, to grow, to become better. It's like maybe you're learning, you're maybe reading like the nutritional value of your food or the ingredients, and you starting, or you will start to think about what you put in yourself, on yourself, maybe even observing your own thoughts, so that you start to grow and maybe even see life unfold differently for you. It's like I keep hearing slow down. There's going to be like a slowdown of something. Wow, you got the destroyer. So, and this doesn't mean that things are going to be destroyed. This means that you will destroy what you don't need in your life. It's almost like a tower moment, but instead of it happening to you, you're choosing what you let go of. You're choosing to destroy, what's the word? You're choosing to destroy a structure of how things used to be because you want to create something new. Altruism. I'm hearing like you're setting a boundaries and choosing how you connect with people, who you connect with, because you're starting to see that the people that you may have been around or even live with, that they have been draining you or being too toxic in your life. They may even have been taking a lot from you. And it's like you're so drained that there's not much more you can give. And maybe even the give and take isn't equal. Maybe you've been giving too much and barely getting anything back. So your cup has barely been filled while theirs is overflowing because of you. Right? So it's like you're taking a step back and you're destroying this structure of what it used to be, and now you're building a foundation within yourself or within your environment, whichever aspect this aligns to with you. You're building something new and different. You got fortune. So this could be that luck can be on your side, or even just by creating this shift, you will see, which I'm hearing inheritance as well, but you might see a growth in prosperity, because once you work on these things and change these things and start to really focus on your life and what you do with it, you're going to be basically informing the universe that I am worthy enough to invest in. So you start then to see the rewards come in. For some of you with this destroyer card, I'm hearing that you're going to not exactly destroy, but like you're not going to take a back seat in life anymore. You're not going to be like the reserved person that makes everyone comfortable while sacrificing your own comfort. You're going to step up. You're going to destroy that old version of you in order to get that promotion, to ask for it. Because you know you're worth it. You know of the hard work that you have done. So you're not going to wait around and see if your employer or boss or manager thinks of you. You're going to step up and ask for it. Okay, it's that sort of energy. So what you need to have is courage. Okay? Courage in order to to put this into practice, whether it is a schedule change, whether it is that you want to start exercising, or whatever this is, you need to have more courage and discipline. Don't fall back into how you used to be, because you're only going to go through the same cycle over and over again. Things will keep repeating and you'll never feel great. So you need to have courage in order to change this. And it's interesting you got the air card, because air is connected with mental energy. So all of this change stems from your mind. Once you decide, and all you have to do is decide, everything will shift. Okay? Decide to do better. Decide for growth, for alignment, for better health, for better friends, for a better environment. Decide. And then every time you have an option or decision to make, consider what you have decided, how you want your life to look like, and then choose. So don't go for what's great right now in this moment, what can make me feel good right now. Think about the long term, because you want to get out of the cycle, right? You want things to be more clear, to be more focused, for you to be more driven towards the you that you can visualize in the future. Okay, so all that you need to do is make that shift within your mind and just decide once and for all. Message for you, you got a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. So this, because Cancer is an emotional sign, this could be something regarding some sort of emotional issue. Perhaps it's a relationship or something that had been weighing you down emotionally. So in April, you can expect this to sort of reach a resolution, or maybe you find the solution or someone else does, but it's like it's not going to keep going on longer than it has. Yeah, you got movement, so things are moving along. And it's like you're going to feel so much ambition. You're going to feel driven because of this decision you make. It's like you're going to be so inspired because now that you have chosen, it's like you're starting to see the opportunities, the hope that you have in front of you. Yeah, a shift in perspective. It's like things are going to really start changing for you as soon as you decide. No more of that insomnia, stress, anxiety, no more of that. Because once you change the way you see things, once you change how you view yourself, how you view life, life is going to start, like you're going to start experiencing things differently, and you're going to get different experiences just by the shift in your mind. So the things that have been weighing you down, that is going to come to an end. You're going to start to see more opportunities not only come to you, but that are laid down before you. And just not even opportunities, but like it's like the world suddenly opens up to you and you're seeing more of it and having more hope because of what you have decided. So group 1, all of this, all of these changes and potential opportunities, all of it is possible as long as you make the right choices, the right decisions. Okay? And also in April, because of this card and this visual, I keep coming back to it. You might need to stop and reflect as well. Reflect on where you want your life to go. And the easiest way you can sort of know what decisions to make in life is if you try to do this exercise where you visually, or mentally visualize what, or who rather, you want to be, right? Visualize how the you in the future that you want to be, how do they look like? How do they move through the world? What are they all about? How do they speak to themselves mentally, right, inside of their mind? And once you have that visual, once you identified the you in the future that you want to be, every time you have a decision in front of you or something happens and you need to react to it, think about quickly what that future person, how would they react to this? What would they choose in this moment? Right? That healed version of you, what would they have chosen? How would they react when there's conflict in front of you? Would they suddenly jump and react in anger, or would they sort of step back, reflect, and choose their words wisely? Right? It's like just trying to think about what they would do. You start to act like that, and you start to slowly become them, the version of you that you want to be. Okay, so that's the easiest way you can do this and like make these decisions and move forward, by just thinking about what the future you would say, what the future you would do, how would they react, what would their house look like, how would they carry themselves, how would they dress like, right? Even the smallest things that seem sort of vain or whatever, it's like visualize the full details of what this person embodies, who they are, and start to slowly become them by thinking about their reactions to daily situations. And eventually you end up becoming that person. Okay, so group 1, that is all I have for you today. I hope your April is full of growth, expansion, because it does look like there is opportunity and potential for you as long as you mentally choose it and decide. So have courage and you'll get there. Okay? Remember that all my socials, personal readings, everything will be linked down below. So I will see you guys next time. Group 2, welcome to your reading. So let us see what April has in store for you. Embrace your inner gypsy, freedom, fun, music. So April will be a time that is more lighthearted for you, that is more carefree, maybe even because, spring is in the air and the winter blues are sort of, going away. You'll start to feel that sort of energy shift where everything is a lot more lighter, freer, where you feel more inspired and motivated. So April seems like it's going to be a lot more just carefree and fun. You got the full moon temple, celebration, peak, transcendent moment. So there is some sort of celebration that is happening. Maybe a birthday. Shout out to all the Aries out there. Well, half of April is Taurus, so happy birthday to both. Maybe, I don't know, wedding, some sort of celebration is on its way. Maybe even something that you end up like getting. I constantly keep hearing inheriting. Even group 1, I keep hearing inheriting. So someone might inherit something here. But yeah, it's like there will be some sort of reason for celebration. You have green man with abundance. So again, maybe an inheritance, promotion. Maybe that thing that you did, whether it was a book you wrote or something a course you posted or something, starts to gain traction. You start gaining commission or recognition of some kind. But there is this feeling of lightheartedness and celebration. It's as if you're not holding on to something desperately, but you can let it flow and just let it be and appreciate for what it is. It's that sort of energy. You got Thor with action. So action, there is action that takes place. I'm hearing a movement. Maybe even taking control of your life, of your destiny. What else do we have? Inventiveness. Okay. So this does feel like someone that created something or invented something and put it out there, and now they are enjoying the prosperity, the abundance that comes with it. And with the action card, it could be saying that you're going to take action into creating something even more, building something in April. You got Strega, which is basically a witch. And it's interesting, it comes under the green man. So this doesn't have to be about anything witch related, but witches tend to live life not based on someone else's structure, but more naturally. So it could be saying that in April things are going to flow more or better. You're going to live life, what's that saying? You're going to live life like at the beat of your own drum, something like that. So it's not about what others want from you, what society wants or thinks you should do, what your, religion, says you should do. This is about you. This is about doing right by you and using your intuition, since natural born witches, they have a connection, a natural connection with intuition. So this is about using your intuition and knowing what you should be doing because it's right for you. Because everyone is different, right? When you think about when you went to school, there was always that one kid that maybe they claimed that he had or she had, ADD or ADHD, that wouldn't sit still, right? They had to keep moving or something. Then there was that kid who picked up information really fast, right? And they were already done with the lesson, while this other kid maybe was sort of held back mentally because they needed more time to process things and to really focus and get into the lesson plan, right? Just like everyone is different. So you can't live under a religion, under societal norms or something, when not everyone is the same. Everyone needs different things. Just like everyone's love language is different, right? Somebody prefers to be touched. Someone else prefers gifts, right? Someone else prefers affirmations or whatever they're called, praises even or something, right? Everyone needs different things. So you can't have someone telling an entire group of who they should be when that doesn't align. Even diets don't align the same with everyone. Someone is saying you need to eat only meat, others are saying you need to eat only greens, but the thing is everyone's body is different. So you have to find what actually suits you and your body, right? So in April, it's like there's this feeling of taking action in your own life where you're inventing, creating, just focusing on what that natural self within you needs from yourself. Okay, and that is what is going to make things a lot more lighthearted, because now you're not functioning um, in this energy of what they need me to be. It's like, what do I need to be for myself? What do I need from this life? What do I need from this job, from my family, from, all these things? You cannot put yourself last. And I'm not saying that you need to build your ego to be like egotistical and selfish, but there's still a healthy dose of selfishness that you need to put yourself first, because you cannot be what others need you to be if you're putting yourself last, right? So just like, I don't know, just like April just feels like so much lighter for this group. Okay, so you need to have patience. Patience is required. Perhaps some things that you're looking forward to or that you hope comes out of whatever the creativity that you have going on, perhaps patience is required there. You might not see rewards automatically. Okay, they will come, but it's like you need to let it flow. You need to let it simmer a little bit, okay? You got Uranus energy here. Okay, I'm going to read. Okay. Uranus is associated with the primal Greek sky god of the same name. Uranus brings up some powerful human needs, such as desire for freedom and individuality, as well as push toward a larger vision and humanitarian service. That can be the inventiveness. Big thoughts, big insights, and big changes are represented by Uranus. So you guys have like such a big energy. I was about to say big dick energy, but yeah, it's like you have this big energy that is coming forward in April. And it's all because of the creativity that you're starting to push out of you and starting to create something, invent something, think of new ideas, new plans, new decisions that you're making, and it feels so much lighter and full of potential. That's the energy I'm getting. And it says you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. So don't doubt yourself, okay? You are good enough for these changes. You are good enough and worthy to have great things. You suffered long enough. And just because you suffer doesn't mean that that was like a prison sentence because you were bad or you're not worthy. No, you suffered and struggled because you were meant to be strong. Okay, think about how first world countries especially, right, like America and things like that, how they have so much comfort, right? They haven't seen war. Like America hasn't seen a war in modern generations. It went to war to other countries, but within their country there was no war, right? They are a first world country. They believe they're the best country. They have luxuries other countries don't have. So all this comfort ended up creating weak people. And yes, even though you may have muscles and you go to the gym, you are still weak. Because in the past few days or weeks, no one has even stood up for the trafficked, abused, tortured kids that have been, that people have been now informed about through certain files that came out. Not a single person has stood up on the streets. Not a single person has come out and demanded for all these people involved to not just be fired from their jobs, but to have them publicly executed. Because if you are someone that tortures and likes the torture of children, innocent, babies, that cannot give consent, that cannot fend for themselves, then you are a monster. And it's interesting how many people hate Hitler for basically putting adults in camps. And yet, here we have adults torturing little children and no one does a thing. I don't think people are angry enough. And that is because they are comfortable in their life. They're comfortable because they get money, they have a job, and they don't want to risk all that. So that's what comfort creates. And that's why you had to struggle. Because you were meant to be a warrior. You were meant to act, to have action. You were meant to invent. No one that is comfortable can come up with great ideas. It takes a struggling mind to be inventive. Okay, I personally came from a financially struggling background. And as a child, I learned how to do my hair, how to do my nails, how to sew my clothes. Because I struggled. I gained skills that others pay for others to do for them. I do it for myself. That's what struggle does. It makes you stronger. It makes you more inventive. It opens your imagination to things. Okay? So remember that you are good enough and you are worthy. There is fast moving action coming towards you and it's good. It's a sort of wish fulfillment. It's something that you were looking forward or towards. Five of Pentacles. I feel like the era of suffering is over. There is help, there is potential here. Oh wow, you got the Ten of Cups. There's abundance, there's prosperity of sorts. I feel like there is stability. Things will become more stable. Because the Ten of Cups, 10 being the ultimate number here, it represents not just fleeting moments or momentary success. This is permanent. Okay, this is something that you get to have, to hold, to have absorbed in your life. Okay, so April for you guys looks like full of abundance and prosperity, I'm hearing. But you just need to be patient and allow things to come in at their own time. Control what you can, but leave the universe to deal with the rest. So group 2, I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if it did. I wish you guys luck, and it looks like you will have it. My socials and personal readings if you're interested. All of it will be linked down below. You can check that out. And I wish you guys luck, so I'll see you next time. Welcome, Group 3, to your reading. So what does April hold for you? Teach and share. Instill, instruct, educate. So there's something about education here. Either you guys will be teaching, passing some sort of knowledge onto someone. This could also mean that maybe you are getting into the education field, or it's possible that even you end up learning something in April. If any of you have been having doubts or wondering, like, should I get into this education thing or not, this could be like your sign, to go ahead and move forward with it. Homeward traveler, completion, reunion, return. Okay, so first thing I'm getting is the connection with the education. It could be that in April you do end up finishing or completing some sort of course. There's some sense of completion that is happening in April. This could also be a literal sense in some of you returning back home or going back to your roots, or maybe even reuniting with family. But there's a sense of completion. It could also be that for some, that's something in life, so it doesn't have to be a literal sense of education, you going to school, but it could be that some sort of learning experience in life has now come to a completion in April. So something that you were supposed to learn in your life, something that kept coming back to you, always like testing you and seeing where you're at, or testing your, what's the word? Commitment to it, or whatever it is. But something is now, like that phase maybe of your life is now coming to an end, and something new will start to unfold. You got Maui with discovery. That's interesting. It keeps coming back to education. So you're going to be discovering something, learning about something, gaining some sort of insight in April that you may not have had before. Maybe even discovering something about yourself. You got divinity. This could be a spiritual aspect of yourself, maybe some sort of skills or a growth in intuition. Okay, so healing has to take place. There's some aspect in your life that you do need to heal, and it's possible. I'm hearing surrender to the divine here. So they want you to stop being tense and holding on or bearing this thing inside of you. They want you to release it to the divine. They want you to let it go, to voice it. I said this example many times before, but if you guys have watched The Conjuring, when Lorraine learns the name of that nun demon, and because she says it, she ends up sort of having power over it. Healing is the same thing. When you can finally voice it, what it is, when you can say the term, the name of what happened to you, when you can face it in your thoughts, see it, what happened, that's when you have control over it. Okay, so healing whatever this thing is could potentially help you discover something. And it's interesting that this card falls under the Homeward Traveler, because if this is a reunion and a return to something, it could be that this stems from your childhood, something from your home. So some aspect of your home life as a child needs to be healed in order for you to discover something about yourself, and not only discover but potentially gain insights and even skills or abilities, because you end up healing. People that tend to struggle like intensely, not just like, you know, struggle like typical struggle, but like something intense that sort of shakes their core, they tend to end up having spiritual abilities of some type. Not everyone will be the same. So as long as you heal this, your abilities will start to improve and strengthen, because the trauma is what sort of limits it, because you're still functioning in survival mode and you need to grow from that. And you can't grow from it if you're burying it and pretending that it doesn't bother you anymore, or that you're not willing to face it. You have to face it. You have to acknowledge it, accept it, heal it, and move on from it. You got fire. And wow, fire and water. So they're saying that you need to have balance within yourself, because only balance can help you move forward in ways that you should be moving forward. It's like having the fire of, what's the term? Ambition and drive, but functioning like water where you flow. So it's not, being desperate for something or stressing about something, wanting it. It's about being driven to maybe work for it, but flowing, allowing it to just come as it does, right? That's the sort of vibe that they want you to sort of exist in. Okay, and it says luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. So there's some sort of shift coming in April where something new unfolds within your life, some sort of discovery or insight. And this is universe telling you, I have your back, just trust me. Give me your trauma, voice it, tell it to me, give it to me, and I will pour into you. It's that sort of message that you're getting here. Yeah, it feels like the first thing that came to mind is you will be victorious. It's like you're going to kick this trauma ass and you're going to be victorious in something that you do. Something that fire in you sort of pushes you towards. They want you to keep working on it, whatever this is. This could be a job, this could be some creativity thing, this could be this healing that has to be done, but you need to continue working on it. I'm hearing what is meant for you will come to you, so you don't have to worry too much. It's like something is on its way, something that has been building, something that you already have roots planted, seeds planted rather, and roots have grown. I'm hearing that there's a friend that helps you with something, like out of your struggle. The gates will open for you. Don't turn back now. There's a life on the other side of this. That's what I'm hearing. And with the Two of Wands, it's like you're you're looking towards something. It's like you're building something and potentially moving, like physically, maybe moving to another location or something. But it's like there's more that needs to be built and worked on. And you haven't set the full foundation, but you have started the work towards something. And now you're looking outwards on moving forward, if that makes sense. And underneath the deck here, you got the Queen of Cups. So, being grounded and stable in your emotions. That's what April is all about. Healing something from your past in order to stabilize yourself so that you don't react in the defensive, in that tense energy, but so that you can flow better. Okay? Like, I just keep being focused on this fire and water energy. Being stable within yourself, grounded and balanced out. Having ambition, but allowing yourself to flow. So basically, not stressing or controlling things too much, right? Control only what you can. Build, do things that you can do, that you do have control over. But don't control in the sense of hanging on to it so tightly. Allow it to just be. Okay, so April for you guys is going to be, I think, like a huge energy of discovery, of healing, of balancing yourself within you. Because once you start doing that, once you do make that change, and that balance occurs, you're going to see that life shifts for you drastically. Okay, so group 3, that is all I have for you. All my socials, the personal tarot readings, all that will be linked in the description below. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if this reading resonated, and if you enjoyed it, more will be on the way. Yeah, so I wish you guys luck. I hope you heal this. I hope you discover something amazing about yourself, about your life. And I'll see you next time.